Metalwork is so much fun. You can't afford to neglect the equipment that affords you protection, can you? Metalwork.
I regret to say that he follows me. Could you find him and make sure he comes to no harm?
Mete a cobrir a poluição, mano.
Fine work dispatching the king. Is our friend unscathed?
So, I knew I shouldn't have come. I'm going back to Minato!
What a third awkward man. But now he's gone. You can investigate in peace.
I am so terribly sorry. I had no idea this customer here would follow you.
Lucy! I had to make sure everything was above board.
How heartwarming to see you back again. One of you at least. May I know the outcome of your investigations?
More lies? I mean, even if Dansky was mauled by a kemono, that doesn't mean he wasn't murdered first.
Why do you suppose he would have been murdered in such a place?
Who said he was? He could have been killed and then taken there, to make it look like a kemono did it.
And yet, so many traces of a struggle remain. My, the assailant was careless.
Right? If you're so sure that's what happened, what kemono was it? If there are so many clues, you obviously know.
Come now. Even you must have heard that no one in Minato has seen the likes of what this beast left behind.
Because it wasn't a kemono. No. This was the work of humans.
Dear oh dear. And an unknown kimono at large. How troubling. The town, you do make me sad sometimes.
All right, let's get this new camp set up. We should aim for the highlands to the north, just beyond the Sakura Cave. That's strange. It should be around here. What we need is a karakuri to help us find a camp.
Mete a cobrir a pulsando, mano.
Here we are then. Let's get to work. Let me know when you're finished over there. The camp's coming together nicely, I think. Time for a break, maybe? We can have a chat while we catch our breath. You came to Minato from the west, didn't you? Along the mountain path. That means you must have walked right around the foot of the secret mountain. Isn't it a very difficult path? Hardly anyone uses it, and I'm sure no one maintains it. It was a sacred place for the hunters of old, much like the Spirit Isle, I think. But I've never heard of any settlements or tracks that way. I suppose the weather's too inhospitable. Sometimes you see clouds of kocho fluttering around the mountainsides, though. I suppose it is. I mean, they're very pretty, but you're right. They're called eternity ringlets, that particular type of kocho. I suppose because they gather by the injured and the dead. In the old days, some people even thought that humans and kemono turned into kocho when they died. Anyway, ready to get back to work? Let's get this camp finished off. Let's leave it there for today, shall we? Another one? They're getting very frequent lately.
Really? Interesting.
It was like a moving mountain. Honestly, I've never seen such a huge and terrifying kimono.
It reminds me of something I read in the records from centuries ago. A giant kimono ripped across the land. The castle, the town, the people, all were swallowed in rock. If this is the same creature, it would explain the frequent tremors we've been experiencing recently. Even the strange behavior we observed in the other kimono could be traced back to this giant.
All my life I've lived in Minato, and I had no idea such a kimono lived so close.
Well, kimono only stray outside of their territory in exceptional circumstances, and they rarely show themselves to us. Remember, all kimono, no matter how big or small, are sustained by the same energy, celestial thread. And since celestial thread is ubiquitous, they have no need to wander in search of it.
But then, why has this kimono... Could it be because there's no threat left in its territory, perhaps?
Yes, that's my hypothesis too. I believe our giant is hungry, due to some great change in the flow of thread in its environment. Now, we recently flooded our town with celestial thread by restoring the karakuri on the Spirit Isle. So, unfortunately, we've made Minato look rather appetizing.
But that's terrible. That means this kimono is going to expand its territory this way and swallow us up.
I wish I could fault your logic, and I'm afraid we can't reverse what we've done. I had a nagging feeling that something might go wrong, but not this wrong. If only I had investigated the possible outcomes more thoroughly.
No one's to blame. None of us could have anticipated this. We didn't know anything. Wait. Didn't you say you'd encountered this bear once before? Heading from the sacred mountain towards Minato?
Oh. So that means it comes from a habitat to the north. And you're saying it was on the move even before our work at the ruins? But no, we don't have time to be pondering the cause. We must decide how to act, and quickly. Are you serious? I realize your hunting skills are exceptional, but no single person could dispatch a beast of that size! Even if everyone in town pulled together, the best we could hope to do is give it a nasty surprise to begin with before... No, come on, Suzurang. You owe it to Minato to fix this. Think now. Going along the Harugasumi Way, its enormous bulk will mean it has to descend into the river. If we can position Karakuri along the bluff, we might be able to defeat it before it hits the town. I think that's the only workable strategy at this point. I'll talk to the elders about preparing the necessary Karakuri. What I need you to do is buy us some time. Without a chance to prepare, I'm afraid we're doomed.
I wonder if I could... Sorry, I need to go and test something. Meet me later at the forge.
It's going to take all we've got to overcome this threat. The town needs your help now more than ever. Believe me, I'm doing everything I can think of.
Mete a cobrir a poluição, mano.
Oi, you're not allowed to look gloomy. It doesn't suit. I'll organize the fishermen. You want to know what's still to do? Here's the list. In the wise words of my father, we'll follow your lead. In the wise words, we'll follow your lead.
Good. You're here.
If we can...
Sorry I ran off in the middle of a conversation like that, but I had an idea that couldn't wait. I'll come straight to the point. I need some kimono materials, and I need them fast. I started playing around with some new innovations after all the karakuri came back to life, you see. And I think I might have come up with a weapon we can use to fight that giant kimono. It's clearly a rock kimono of some kind, isn't it? Did you notice how its body was covered in deep crevices? And how kocho were fluttering around those parts? In the same sort of way that they swarm over the corpses of kimono, or their wounds. Well, if those crevices are wounds too, they could be weak points. And with my new weapon, we could target them from the ground. Which is why I really need those materials. I'm basically after a large quantity of iron sand. More than we have time to dig out of the ground, though. But I've remembered that Nobu mentioned a rumor about a kimono that scatters iron sand. I'm sorry to be asking yet another favor, but do you think you could help? whatever it takes, we... Protecting Minato. I really don't know how effective my weapons will be against that huge creature.
Heard the news. I've seen it. Although to be honest, but if he... Need me for something else? Iron sack? Ah! You're talking about the Tsunatsuzumi. Yeah, you see those grit dogs on the shore of the Spirit Isle from time to time. If you're looking for one, I can show you a place where they often seem to gather. I'll organize the fishermen. You want to know what's still to do? Here's the list. In the wise words of my father, we'll follow your lead.
Can you really beat the... What? Be careful.
Is there whatever it takes? We have to stop that. I'll do whatever I can to help. I really don't know how effective my weapons will be against that huge creature.
I'll organize the fishermen. You want to know what's still to do? Here's the list. In the wise words of my father, we'll follow your lead.
How goes the gathering? Whatever it takes, we have to. Protecting Minato means everything to me. You've got them already? This is exactly what I need. Arigato. I should be able to put the weapon together now. It won't take long. This is a matter of personal pride. I'm going to make the greatest weapon you've ever seen in the shortest time imaginable. Blacksmith's honor. I really don't know how effective my weapons will be against that huge creature. Even the largest... Protecting Minato. I really don't know how effective my weapons will be against that huge creature.
All right. How are your preparations going? I don't remember the last time I was this busy. But at least we're more or less ready now. The karakuri are being installed as we speak. Along the route I predicted the Kuninarashi will take, following the old Blossom Trail. It's somewhat hobbled together by people working outside their areas of expertise, but it's the best we can manage. I've had to work the carpenter's fingers to the bone. but everything should be in place the next time the giant Earthbreaker stirs. The Crimson Treasury has supplied an assortment of forbidding items too. I'm a little curious as to why Kogyoku had so much gunpowder in stock, to be honest. Still, ignorance is Zen, as they say. Best to just accept it graciously and avoid asking too many questions. I know the wretched creature is only searching for sustenance, but we have to protect our own interests and lives. This is a battle we cannot afford to lose. That's why we've pulled out all the stops. But now, it all falls to you. I'm delighted to hear you sounding so confident. Perhaps the new weapon Natsume has developed has something to do with that. Still, anything could happen out there. Make sure you have all the right equipment in full working order. Oh, and Togahime wanted to speak with you. I suggest you show your face before we're plunged into battle.
Your efforts put me to shame. They will be laughing at me now, in what should have been my family home, delighting in their decision to exile me here. I see the citizens are expending every effort for our town, yet you are charged with the most onerous task. Are you ready for the battle ahead? In that case, may I take a moment of your time? There is something I would like to explain before you head into battle. I have been seeking assistance for Minato, but every clan is embroiled in the wars raging to the west. All have refused me outright. Even my own Ago clan offer no support. None of them, including the head of the clan, my father, have the slightest interest in Minato. In their eyes, it is worthless, good only for its inevitable destruction by Kemono, a fate they hope I, its steward, will share. Forgive me, none of that is your concern. I am powerless to do anything, but circulate through the town and offer encouragement to the citizens. To my shame, I do not even have a sword. So I have no choice but to implore you, an outsider, to shoulder the burden of Minato's destiny. Please lend us your strength. Lend my home your strength.
It's on the move!
Well, the cannon is ready for action. I just hope it holds out. It's never seen a battle like this before. I wish that Kemono would leave us alone. But it's too late for wishes now. Good luck.
This is it! Yosh! Clear the decks! Buy us the time we need. I know you can do it.
Might come in useful?
Must be the giant bear, Kimono. The old Blossom Trail is being completely flooded with celestial thread. That means we should be able to make use of more karakuri than usual. Finally, something we can turn to our advantage.
flying vine and close in on it. Great work! Now let it have it!
You have to slay them before that happened. It's all on you now, Chief.
You're our last line of defense!
Is it?
Did we win?
Oi! Oi! Everyone! We won! We won!
Now please let that be the end of it.
Perhaps I underestimated you.
I'm so relieved you made it back safely after a battle like that. Ujishige-san told me what you did. Defeating that giant kemono on your own, when all the defenses we'd prepared were spent. Togahime has asked to see you. She didn't say why. I imagine she'd like a report on the successful defeat of the kemono. I'll be at the forge if you need me. I have a cannon to repair.
Minato is saved. Thanks to your brave deeds. What a magnificent service you have done for us. I dare not imagine what might have come to pass were it not for you. As steward of Minato, I shall be forever in your debt. I wish to reward your efforts somehow, but... I see. Your temperance is to your credit. Now, as I am sure you are aware, I am afforded no influence over matters here in Minato at all. What can I possibly do? Ah, of course! Ichi!
You called, Hime-sama?
The festival of returns of which you once spoke, is now not the time for Minato to celebrate again? When Great Kimono would pass, the town would come together to honor the beast and release its spirit. Would they not?
Indeed, Hime-sama. An excellent idea, I'm sure. Allow me to discuss the matter with the elders. I believe they may favor the suggestion, especially since the revival of the karakuri has stimulated such an interest in the ways of old.
Good. I have made a very fine proposal, I think. And should it come to pass, I wish you much fun and excitement. Arigato. That will be all. We will make all the necessary arrangements for the festivities. I am sure you ought to rest.
You're enjoying the festivities, I hope. Records suggest the last time this Festival of Returns occurred was more than 100 years ago. But at that time, the supply of celestial thread from the Spirit Isle was already faltering. So it must be even longer since the festival has taken place properly. I intend to, shortly. I was just doing some research on the Kuninarashi. It seems that Earthbreaker had been dormant for a good 10 years in the region north of here. It must have covered quite some ground, passing the Sacred Mountain and continuing southeast along the Blossom Trail, perhaps in search of celestial thread. I can only presume the arduous journey took its toll, resulting in those fissures the Kocho were swarming over. And finally, the great beast succumbed to human hunters. I suppose it failed to find a suitable feeding ground. Either that, or celestial thread levels all over Azuma are waning. There was a terrible war here in this region about 15 years ago. Great forests burned, and there was a mass territorial expansion as many Kemono sought new habitats, which is what drove humans out. If the changing flow of celestial thread is going to result in renewed Kemono unrest across the entire region, then, well, I'll continue my research. And you continue to exercise caution when you're out hunting. Ah, Natsume was looking for you. All right, let's forget our cares for today and enjoy the festival atmosphere.
This festival gives me pangs of... I'm not sure what. It stirs distant memories, perhaps. I feel more comfortable watching at a distance. But you should embrace the moon. I'm sure the whole town wants to celebrate with you tonight.
What? I was just laughing because... I mean... I'm only here because Natsume told me to come. I've never been to a big festival like this before. It's actually not bad. Anyway, why don't you go and creep up on someone else now?
It's good to...
Enjoying yourself? How's going, Chief? The sake is sweet tonight. There hasn't been a festival like this for far too long. So I intend to make the most of it.
It's a great party, isn't it?
Did you see the way the hunter faced that giant?
Oh! Look who it is! The hero of the day! Enjoying the festival? Yeah? That's what I like to hear. I was on my last legs even before we started preparing for this, but hearing you say that makes it all worthwhile. Oh! I better be running along. The other elders will be fuming if I'm not back soon. They'll give me a real eyeball. See you later!
A big party with the whole enjoying it.
This is delightful, and we all know who we have to thank for it. It stung a little to donate my entire stock of gunpowder, but festival sales are soothing the pain. And Minato is to enjoy your stimulating company for the foreseeable future, yes? A profitable outcome for us all. What a heartwarming day.
I am delighted the festival is going ahead. It is most gratifying to see you enjoying yourself, even if my contribution was merely to request the arrangements. Conversing with me hardly constitutes enjoyment. Please, mingle among friends.
Over here! As an outsider, some people were a little wary of you before, but everyone will have to accept you now. Please don't say that. Most of us in Minato welcome people from elsewhere with an open mind. There's no feeling that outsiders should be treated differently. After all, most of the town's residents were outsiders once upon a time. In ancient times, there were lots of hunters living across Azuma, and they all helped each other out. Then later, when the samurai rulers gained power, this area became a province overseen by a shugo governor. The samurai slowly pushed hunters further east until they were left with nowhere to go but Minato, here on the eastern edge of the region. Generations of hunters have lived here, mixing with others who fled to Minato to escape difficult lives under the samurai. And now you've arrived, with your amazing ability to conjure and control karakuri. Perhaps you're the person Minato has been waiting for, come to rescue us from our plight. It's funny, really. You just came here looking for stronger prey, but you've already saved us twice. I can't thank you enough. Anyway, have you been enjoying the festival? The Rite of Returns will be starting soon at the altar. You've still got time to enjoy the party. Let me know when you've had your fill. Oh, you're back already? Do you want to head over together for the ceremony? I'm glad you've enjoyed yourself. Come on then, this way. Fire liberates the soul. The beast's spirit will return to the heavens and rest until it's reborn in a new body. It's one of Minato's oldest rites.
It's a load of old hokum. Forget the next life. There's enough to worry about in this one. Isn't that right, Chief? Whoa. Is that?
The bird of auspice. It's flying so close. It can only be a good omen for our town. Minato will prosper like it once did. Even more, perhaps.
Forgive me for intruding. Are you awake? There is a matter of some urgency I must discuss with you. Allow me once again to express my heartfelt gratitude for your exploits. Your courage saved Minato from devastation. But I confess, my blood ran cold yesternight at the sight of the kemono flying overhead. I had not known the citizens of Minato call that kemono Amaterasu, the bird of auspice. I wish that its appearance truly were auspicious, but I fear that Minato is rarely so fortunate. Our near misadventure with the Earthbreaker has again made me wonder what more I can do for the town. I had already been consulting with trusted kin on the matter. They suggested bolstering town defenses, since there is a very real prospect of further attacks. Consequently, I have summoned carpenters of the renowned Tsuruhashi clan from the capital. They are skilled at building large structures and well-versed in the use of karakuri. I share your excitement. It will bring great strength to our town. There is, however, one matter that troubles me. Ordinarily, one would travel here from the capital across the sea, but I am told the southern ocean is too perilous at present. The clan must therefore arrive by land, a journey due to take them through the Akikure Canyon. The land there was laid to waste by war, and as kemono increased in number, the canyon was sealed shut. I have arranged for it to be reopened so the carpenters may pass. But as a precaution, I would ask that you meet them there and provide escort. Good. Then I know they will arrive safely. Now, if you will excuse me, I have further preparations to make.
You're here. Perfect timing. I've just put the finishing touches on a new prototype I was hoping you could try out for me. Actually, it's a weapon you already know. The hand cannon I put together for you to fight the giant bear. But I let you down then because it broke in battle. Such a vital weapon, too. I feel like I failed as a blacksmith. So, I've been improving it and refining it to be more reliable. I've just completed the work. And I've taken the opportunity to get another new weapon ready as well. I really think I've done good work this time. If you don't mind, I'd love to hear your thoughts. They say the canyon is teeming with mighty kemono nowadays. Make sure you're properly equipped, alright? Oh yes, there's something I was hoping you might do for me. Could you collect some lava bug materials? I've got so many good ideas, but not enough materials to make them. My head's spinning. Arigato! I'll make you something in return. Yoshiki-san asked me to make some karakuri-driven farm equipment for the Guild of Farmers. It's not like making weapons, but it's still fun and challenging in its own way. And I think I can use some of these ideas for weaponry later.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Just wondering how you were getting on with fixing those harpoons?
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I'll come to pick them up at the dock later if you could get them all together.
Domo, that'd be great. Now, let me guess. You were just going on and on about karakuri? Don't you ever get tired of them?
Tired of karakuri? Oh, I've never really thought about it. I just want Minato to flourish like he used to. And karakuri are the key to that. And now that we have this amazing hunter in town, I feel sure that we're closer to my goal than ever before.
You haven't changed a bit since you were a little shrimp.
Yes. So, about those materials, you should find lava bags on the Spirit Isle. I know I can. Just tell me what you need and I'll give it all my attention. I heard you're going to meet the carpenters. Be careful. They say there are many powerful kemono in the Harvest Canyon to the west. Still, it's wonderful that Togahime has commissioned such skilled woodworkers. Besides houses and other buildings, they'll be able to help construct weapons to protect the town. Just think of the karakuri advancements we'll be able to make. In fact, you remember when we explored the ruins on the Spirit Isle? I found fragments of a stone tablet there left behind by the ancient hunters. It showed a huge karakuri, and around it, the corpses of dead kemono, big ones. So I think it was used to defend against the kemono threat. I can't say yet. There are a lot of construction details we're still unsure of. Suzuran-sensei and Nobu have been frantically searching Minato's records for more information. But even if we do discover how it was built, we don't know if we'll have the skills in Minato today to recreate it. Still, with the carpenters from the capital on the way, we just might. Well, anyway, hopefully it won't be necessary for a long time to come. We have plenty of time to work it all out. And I'll do everything I possibly can to help, of course. Anything for Minato. See you again. Just tell me what you need and I'll... Which one are we talking about? Can I be of service in any other way at all? Just tell me what you need and I'll give it all. See you again soon.
Your timing couldn't... The Southern Ocean is as rough as hell these days. Getting to and from the capital is a lot safer overland. You want to know what's still... Right. Yo! Another day, another hunt? Sounds good. I'm about to get out myself.
Oh, Nobu. You're not going anywhere. This is a shore day, and you know it.
Whoa! Jingoro-san. I do know it, but if we don't start making decent catches, people are gonna struggle for food.
Few rambling bellies won't hurt, but that sea's rambling something fierce. You're not seriously going out.
I have to. I'm not making light of the conditions, but we need the fish.
I'd have failed your old man if I were to let something happen to you. Just wait until it comes, a little lad. It's the seas. Been as rough as anything recently. Some say it's Kemono's doing. We haven't had a good catch in ages.
What use are we fishermen if we're not out on the water? How's anyone going to eat? And if the seas don't settle, then what? How will any of us get by?
We're never going to agree on this. Not that I don't understand where he's coming from.
The way I see it, if no one's prepared to take a risk, then the situation's never gonna improve. Anyway, don't worry. If I see a kimono, I'll just run away like I always do. And if worst comes to worst, at least I'll be able to lure it away from everyone else.
That's what I'm worried about, you stubborn cod. I don't suppose you could help. Maybe go along and see what's what. From what I hear, you are a very fine hunter. If this young hothead gets himself attacked by a kimono, you could see it off,
If that's what it takes to keep you happy, Jingoro-san, then it suits me. It would be reassuring if you came along. I was gonna take a boat over to the Spirit Isle today. I expect you've got some errands to run. So let's meet up again over that way later. Sorry to add to your workload.
If I might ask, I have a request that calls for someone of your skill. The town requires some materials from a kemono that can be found on the Spirit Isle. They're to be delivered directly to Suzuran-sensei. I can offer a meager reward, I'm afraid, but I would be very grateful for your help. We greatly appreciate your offer of assistance.
I have a request for you. Do you know the traditional hunting songs of our town? They sing of Minato's brave hunters stretching back through history. My parents taught them to me before they passed away. And it will be my duty to pass them on to the next generation. Unfortunately, though, Minato has been steadily losing its hunting heritage. I've never even seen a real hunt with my own eyes. How can I pass on these great songs without truly knowing what hunting is? What it really means to hunt? Doubts like that plagued my every hour. But now you're here. This is the chance of 1,000 years. Recount your hunting stories to me. Tell me the magnificent tales that are carved into your heart. I know your first-hand accounts of great hunting exploits will bring life to the lines of the song. First, tell me of the Great Bear. Tell me how the Earthbreaker's mighty roar shook you to your core.
Ah, good. Just the person I was hoping to see. Yes, there's a kimono I'd like you to hunt. It should yield some materials that young Yataro will find very useful. He wasn't born here in Minato, you know? Poor child, lost his home in his family's war. He was left all alone. But somehow, he found his way to us. I tell you, he's got a natural gift for making things that way. Better than any of us. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, yes, of course. Yataro was grumbling that he didn't have the materials he needed. So, Hunter, you go and hunt the kimono. And when the job is done, just have a little whisper in my ear. If the boy found out, he'd tell me I was sticking my nose in where it wasn't wanted.
You're heading for Akikura Canyon, I believe? I've never been, but expect unusual kimono and other curiosities.
The last war in these parts was a... Which item has caught your eye? Perhaps you were hoping... You do make me sad sometimes.
The carpenters will be in fine hands until our next meeting.
Off hunting again? Togahime asked you to do something? I heard you got the better of another kimono. Minato's really starting to come alive thanks to you.
Everywhere I go, I hear that hunt.
Oh, I suppose I should say, いらっしゃい. My calling, I think. I work here at the bathhouse now. And since the karakuri sprang back to life, we're open for business again. When the elders said they wanted to revive this place, I put my name forward as the attendant. Something to keep my mind occupied. I felt a fondness for this poor, neglected sanctuary as soon as I saw it. Before the karakuri were working again, I mean. So, this is my new job, and I plan to work hard at it. The waters are ready whenever the mood takes you. I was thinking, with Minato's karakuri working again, you can probably use your karakuri around town now too, can't you? I imagine that flying vine would come in very useful. I hear the Harvest Canyon is a dangerous place, full of kemon. A restorative bath, is it? You wouldn't like to go in? Shame. See you again. Ah, a restorative bath, is it? You can leave your clothes and belongings here with me. Take your time, just relax. I hope you're feeling refreshed after that. See you again.
Oh, Nobu! Thank the heavens! You really know how to put wrinkles on my brow.
I'm sorry. Somehow we upset a kimono that's normally no trouble. I've never known it to attack unless its territory is threatened. But no harm done. I'm fine, look. No one was in any danger and no boats got damaged.
Bakaro! Just because you got away with it this time doesn't mean you weren't in danger. Just think what would happen to you if you weren't with the hunter. I was on tenterhooks here. Other boats were arriving with reports of fierce roars they'd heard when passing the northern lee of the island.
The northern? No, the kimono we encountered was on the south side. But anyway, I am sorry I worried you so much.
Just stop being so irresponsible. We owe it to your father to look out for you. If any harm came to you, I'd never forgive myself.
Sorry I got you mixed up in that. I wouldn't have made it back if it wasn't for you. What's your view, by the way? Would you describe me as irresponsible or dependable? You don't have to be polite. I'm not sure my best is good enough sometimes. the last head of the guild. My father was truly a great fisherman. But he died at sea. It's a hereditary position, though. Always has been. So I'm trying to follow in my father's footsteps. But they're big shoes to fill. Sometimes I feel like I'm paddling with one oar. I try to be a good leader. But then I make Jingoro-san worry like that, for example. Yeah, I still got a lot to learn. But I'll get there. Anyway, sorry again for all the trouble. And many thanks. So, the Southern Ocean is as rough as hell these days. You want to know what's still to do? Here's the list. All right. Let's catch up again soon.
You're back from the hunt? What do you mean? Ah, yes, of course, of course. The kimono materials I asked you for aren't too helpful. I didn't think I'd find myself asking hunters for materials again at my age, I must say. Years ago, of course, Minato was full of fine hunters. We had all the materials we could possibly want for. But the hunters dwindled bit by bit, and the materials soon became scarce. And that's how we lost most of our artists. It's all passed down from generation to generation here, you see? The knowledge. So if the parents go, that's it. But what could we do? Those of us left in the guild were more than a bit fretful. I don't mind telling you. But then, young Yataro came. He's our promise for the future. Now, you've landed in our laps. Maybe the spirits have taken pity on us. Anyway, you've been a great help, Hunter. Just remember to keep this under your hat, huh?
They say the canyon. All right. Let's see what I can do for you. Metalwork is...
Oh, you want to know what's still to do? Here's the list. All right. I think let's catch up again soon.